My name is Amber, and this is my story. I was taken into foster care when I was around 2 years old, and I didn't get adopted until I was almost 10, so I spent a vast majority of my childhood in this system. I was very fortunate to be raised by my biological grandparents and placed with my 2 biological siblings for a good part of that time, but I remember the day that we got taken away and I had nothing with me except for the clothes on my back. We never saw the new placement coming. It really hit us out of the blue. It was supposed to be just a normal, regular DFS visit, but then we were taken behind a locked door and that was that. We didn't get the opportunity to pack. The police just dropped off trash bags. It took weeks for the police to get all of our stuff. It seemed really trivial, but I was really frustrated because I had like a favorite pair of jeans and they didn't bring my favorite top because they were just throwing things into the bags. It makes you feel like trash, literally. Everything else around me was already changing, but I wished I had that concrete control of something. I remember that first day, it was very overwhelming. That first night, laying in bed, I was just crying to myself. I felt really lost. So much is already spinning around you. You just don't really know how to feel. But that's now why I worked with so many organizations like Compelled to Care, and I do so much work to ensure that no other child in foster care has to go through these situations. After I graduated high school, I didn't have a lot of opportunity for scholarship myself. I had to create that opportunity. I sought out pageantry as my way of doing that. All of the contestants had to have a talent, and I didn't really sing or dance or do anything traditional. Being moved around so much, you never really have time for a consistent hobby. So I literally Googled non-traditional Miss America talents, and I saw a former title holder way back in the 50s had packed a suitcase for her talent, and it just made me reflect on my own journey, how I felt getting those trash bags and how I didn't have a suitcase growing up. So I thought, if this is my only time I get to speak to a large audience about something I care so deeply about, I'm gonna make sure that my voice is heard. What I love about working with Compelled to Care is that they provide dignity to the foster youth through these boxes, kind of in the same way that I was able to with my own story. They're allowing these youth to feel normal. These kids often get secondhand clothes or secondhand toys, and they start to feel like a secondhand person. But with these boxes, they get something new and something fresh, so that when everything else around them doesn't feel normal, these boxes provide that sense of normalcy. They can give these boxes to church members or community members who can then go out, fill them with essential items and fun items to give to youth that they'll get on their journey in foster care. You don't have to be a social worker, or you don't have to be a beauty queen with a sparkly crown. I encourage everyone to get out and to fill a box working with Compelled to Care so that they can distribute them to the foster youth. Something as small as this means a world of difference for so many youth. You can have that power yourself.